so keep that in mind.
Yeah, hey, forget I asked.
That'll definitely do.
Ew. Join the Discord.
It was the least fun I've ever had playing this game.
A small but vibrant and extremely humble community.
No, I've seen the sleeves, but I'm like, you said you're suiting up, and then you put your sleeve on. Thank you for saying that.
Because I'm a demon on the keys.
Next thing I know, we're both dead. I immediately left the lobby.
In Vietnam.
What are they playing for? Are they playing to win?
Stay humble.
Stay humble.
We are live. Welcome to the Dropshot, episode number 57. My name is Casey, also known as Razinon. I am joined, as always, by my good friend Tanner. Tanner, say hello to everyone.
What's going on, everybody?
And today, we have another very fun and exciting episode, 3 in a row, in fact, for Saturdays, of Q&A. We have a bevy of, read a book, questions to get to that are from the Discord. By the way, if you wanted to ask us a question for the Q&A, join the fucking Discord. There is a section there for you to ask these questions, and we're going to be continuing that. Part of the reason for this is because they're our favorite episodes. Another part of the reason is because we're going to Bear tomorrow, so we haven't been like, we've been kind of scatterbrained, and especially because our friends are fucking dog shit. And my computer is just a disaster lately. So I've been spending like all my
mess.
It's a mess. So I've been trying to like fix that in my free time, basically. So I haven't been able to like prepare or conceive of Saturday episode topics. I did a fucking fresh start on my gaming PC. So I like reinstalled Windows, had to reinstall all my programs. It's a nightmare. So if there are any, I also have tinnitus now, which is fun and exciting. So if there
Self-diagnosed.
Okay. So if there are any weird things you're noticing on the pod or the stream today, or if something sounds different than it used to, etc., please let me know so that I can address it. Thank you for your cooperation. NASA 566 and Rhodes 1322. By the way, thank you for the offline subaronies. And also, Mullet Proof Bunk, aka Mullet Proof Mute, with the 1,000 biddies. Let's fucking go. Thank you, sir, for the 1,000 United States bits. I appreciate it, dude. Honored, humbled, and privileged. Glad to have you back in the stream. Thank you, man. For real. It's much appreciated, brother. You love to see it. So thank you for the support. In that vein, Tanner, any announcements from you?
Yes, I want to thank NASA 566 and Chuots7.
Change it.
For the offline subs. And also, you know what? I'll count Aussie, who dropped the 5 offline subs yesterday during our Damascus hangout. Thank you, brother. Thank you, gentlemen. I really appreciate that.
Ooh, yeah. We were playing, oh yeah, that reminds me. We were playing, 2 Truths and a Lie last night during the Damascus hangout. Now, what is a Damascus hangout, you might ask? Great question, listener. Let me explain. We have a Patreon, patreon.com/thedropshot, which we're remodeling for September. We're going to make it much better at the same price point next month. Thank you, Viking. Any marketing directors in the chat? So for this month, we did our Damascus hangout yesterday, and it was both fun and exciting. We started off with a little icebreaker called 2 Truths and a Lie, where everyone introduces themselves. They tell 2 truths and a lie about themselves. Everyone else has to guess. Very fun. Way more fun than I expected it to be. And then we played a couple games. But yeah, if you guys join the Patreon at that level, Damascus, we're going to be doing 4 a month. So once every Friday, rather than just 1 a month. So if you joined this month, get scammed. Tanner, what were your thoughts? Did you have fun at the Damascus hangout yesterday?
It was extremely fun. Also, dude, those Damascus members, those guys had some fucking crazy stories, some of them. The shit we were talking about and during the game, that was actually so hard to figure out some of those answers during 2 Truths and a Lie. I'm like, dude, how how did this person do any of these? Like, they all sound like lies.
Mm-hmm.
So, super
I got an
interesting.
Xbox at Gitmo.
Yeah.
I got held in customs for drug smuggling in Bangkok. I chased the authorities on a high-speed pursuit in the great state of Maine for 45 minutes.
Yeah.
Crazy.
So yeah, it was extremely fun. Then yeah, we did that. I hopped on Flight Sim for a little while after things settled down, flew the skies, got bored, then joined Modern Warfare with these guys. Well, we had like a crew of 5 or 6 running.
We had
6
a
at one
crew.
point.
We had 6, a crew, a proper crew.
A crew. It was fun. Very fun.
It was fun. I would like to accrue more Damascus patrons going forward to make those even more fun. That is called a pun. ACCRUE. Read a book. God, that was a clever pun, by the way. Jesus Christ, I'm proud of myself. Anyways, so that was fun. Thank you all for being there. Also, last announcement here. Tanner and I are going to Big Bear tomorrow, Big Bear, California. If any of you listening are there, we'll meet up with you. It's a very small town, so none of you will be. But if you are, we'll meet up with you. You can come to the cabin, join in the bukkake.
We'll meet you in a public area.
You can sleep in my bed or in Tanner's bed. So,
yeah.
So keep that all in mind. Nonetheless, that's pretty much it, right?
That's it.
Okay. So, let me see here. That is it for the announcements. Race the train, 500 biddies, let's fucking go! Thank you, dude. Race, appreciate it. Brother, honored, humbled, and, of course, privileged. Thank you, dude. I appreciate it, Race. And welcome back, man. Thanks for being here. Thank you, of course, for the support.
Hold on. Sal brought up a good question. What is the age requirement to meet up with us in Big Bear, California?
0 to 17. Decades old.
Because you'd be in jail.
Okay. Okay, that's a joke. So anyways, yeah. Race, thank you. And any other announcements from you, dumb, stupid bitch?
Oh, I can formally announce I got this fucking beast of a chair, boys. So first I copied Raz's headset. I got the shittier version though. Now I copied this chair, and my God, is this thing amazing.
Copied my mic arm, copied my keyboard, copied my mouse.
Threw it all in the company card too.
Threw it all on the Dropshot LLC company credit card.
I set my webcam up horribly tonight. We'll have to fix
it looks
that.
Terrible.
It looks fucking awful. I don't know what I was thinking.
It looks almost as white as my skin IRL.
Yeah. I don't know what happened. But anyways, yeah, dude. Secret Lab Titan chair. I waited for this for like 2 months. Oh my God, dude, it's so nice that you can lay flat. I honestly think this pillow is like the best part of it. This little memory foam pillow
slaps, dude. No cappuccino. Yeah.
Like during the whole hangout last night, I was just doing this.
Just fucking
the whole fucking time. The whole goddamn time. Just bouncing.
He's such a god.
I feel like I'm in like Georgia, just rocking back and forth, holding a shotgun.
Holding a shotgun on your front porch with a pitcher of iced tea with way too much sugar in it.
Yeah.
On the table, on the end table.
Yeah.
A bunch of ice cubes in it. Some lemons. God, I'm such a Georgian, dude. Crickets in the background.
Can we get any confirmation on that, Doug?
Well, a cricket noise, whatever. Yeah.
Anyways.
Hell yeah, brother. Any
I didn't think I'd ever be this excited for a chair, but this thing is worth the money for sure. Love it.
Oh, Stream Deck he also copied. Okay.
Mouse. Did you say mouse?
I said mouse, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, keep that in mind. If you were listening for the jingle, of course, here it is. Zerosio, 1,000 biddies, let's fucking go. Czar, thank you. King for the support. Honored, humbled, and of course, privileged, sir. I appreciate you, dude. And I had fun at the Damascus hangout last night. Thanks for being there, brother. Go ahead, Tanner.
By the way, we're having a slight issue. When you're playing that music and stuff, it happened during the intro too. Like 90% of it is cut off in Discord, so I don't hear it. Luckily, though, your voice is fine, but that's an issue.
Does the stream hear it normally?
The stream hears it because I unmuted the stream to double check and it was working. So something with Discord, but
okay.
Just a note.
If the stream doesn't hear it, that's a big deal. But if you don't hear it, almost don't care. Okay, so let me write that down. Fix Go XLR sampler being inaudible in Discord. I fucking hate this dog shit computer. I'm buying a new one, dude. I'm convinced. Going to. Don't care.
Just get an Xbox, dude.
Just get an Xbox.
I'll sell you mine.
Yeah. Well, anyways. So today, once again, we're doing a Q&A, as I said. Typically on Saturdays, we start with playlist updates, which we will do now. And now we'll get into the Q&A. So our first question here, there are no playlist updates, by the way, in case you guys didn't figure that out, is from Mr. Ryan Set. He asks, if you guys could build your perfect COD game, how would you go about it? Using time period, gun streaks, aesthetics, etc. from any previous COD to build the perfect game. Also, Raz has it feel to be almost 30, living at home and yelling at console gamers for paying bills instead of spending $2,000 on a gaming box.
Absolutely destroyed, by the way.
Well, we'll address that. But Tanner, your thoughts? The perfect COD game. How would you go about it?
So my response is going to be 20 seconds. Raz will probably have to listen to him talk about this for 20 minutes. So this game is the base I would build on. I don't want skill-based matchmaking. I want score streaks instead of kill streaks. I want visibility. I want the devs to tell us what they're doing and have like community support. I want a challenge and calling card and emblem system like the Black Ops series had. I want loopable loopable score streaks, and that would more than please me, dude. Like this game, that's what sucks about this game for me is they had it all right. They just implemented a few things very poorly, and it ruined all of it for me. Like the skill-based matchmaking and the visibility are probably two of my worst ones. But at its core, this game should have been the best Call of Duty ever made. Like the gunsmith and everything, they did all of that perfectly. The gunplay is great, and then they put out garbage maps, garbage visibility, sweaty lobbies. So super disappointing. Big letdown this year. But yeah, I would love to build on this game and just do some tweaks, and I think it would be perfect.
Yeah, 1,000%. Agreed. Give me 1 second. I need to do something here. Okay, you guys don't see this. Hold on, guys. This is very important. Give me 1 second. What's up, by the way, Civ? Tanner, interact with chat for a second. I'm doing something important.
I'll keep that in mind. Razinon want me to tweet power GPU?
No.
Yeah, probably not. No. Don't do that.
Don't harass them.
If he does end up buying one, though, he'll definitely order from them.
All right, never mind. It won't work. I was going to gift Civ a sub, but I can't because this computer is dog shit. So, Civ, get back to me. I'll gift you a sub. So my answer to this question. If you could build your perfect COD game, how would you go about it? So what I would say is patreon.com/thedropshot. We're going to be doing an episode on what our perfect COD game would look like. So I'm not doing it here, so get scammed. Next question. Just kidding. We're really going to do that episode, though, and I'm going to go into a lot more detail there, obviously. But to be brief, my perfect COD game would be Black Ops 2 Remastered. That's it. Black Ops 2 with more streaks, more guns, maybe some balanced tuning, because some guns were OP. Keep the same fucking maps. Keep the same sprint out time. The same lack of operators. Just update the graphics a lot. Maybe add some new maps, but maybe not. But Treyarch, I believe in. That would basically be my perfect Call of Duty game. The minimap functioned normally. There was no skill-based matchmaking. The visibility was good. Sprint out time was good. The maps were 3 lanes. I mean, it's basically a perfect game. It's just old. So, well, what, Tanner? Go ahead.
Nothing. Did I say well?
You did.
Did I?
Yeah. So the second part of this question, how does it feel to be almost 30, living at home and yelling at console gamers for paying bills instead of spending $2,000 on a gaming box? Okay. Here, first of all, not great is how it feels, number one. Number two, if you can afford a console, you can afford a PC. It's that simple. Don't give me that dumb face, Tanner. If you can drop $600 at once for a next-gen console, in addition to buying a couple games for it, because you're not going to buy the fucking console without buying even a single game. So let's tack on another $70. So we'll call it $570. Let's say you live in the great state of California with 10% sales tax, probably more, doesn't matter. We can call that what? 600. What's 570 plus 57? You add 30, then 27, 627, I think, something like that. Doesn't really matter.
Round it up.
And then you want to get your SCUF controller. You would need a 120 hertz monitor because you've been using a 60 hertz monitor because consoles can only do 60 frames. We're looking at quite an expenditure already. And if you can afford to spend $800 for a console, hey, have discipline and save a couple hundred more bucks and then buy a PC. It's not that hard. I refuse to accept that a PC is too expensive, but a console isn't. Fake news. Fake news. If you have $800 of disposable income, you could make that be $2,000 or so. Go ahead.
You're kind of misleading people here, though, because our computers are like $3,000.
Oh, my computer's much more than that.
So you could buy, you can build a computer. You could build a computer for $1,000, but it's not going to be great.
I said
but
$2,000.
Yeah, you could do it.
I said $2,000.
Okay. Well, anyways, a lot of these kids also are getting them as like Christmas gifts because, you know, they're children, obviously.
Right. And I'm not talking to those people. Yeah.
Okay.
I don't expect your mom to go fucking tweet power GPU and tell them you want a 10900K and make sure you overclock the BIOS before you send it to me. I don't expect that to happen, obviously. So if you're a child, then you're getting a console for Christmas and deal with it. Great.
Okay.
But for adults, for an adult, don't buy yourself a console. Buy a PC. Be an adult.
Yeah, and I do agree with you about the saving part. Like, if you can save like $600 or $800 and you have that to toss around, if you could just double that,
just save longer.
Just quickly double that. Like, don't waste your money and buy crappy parts. That's usually what I try to say. Raz is kind of the opposite. He was telling people that one episode, like, upgrade one part at a time. I really don't agree with that. You end up spending more.
Depends on your starting
point. And it's a big hassle. Yeah. But
yeah, I agree with you.
If you spend like $1,500, that'll get you a good PC that'll like last you a little while. I mean, you're not going to play at 250 frames.
But you'll play at more than 60.
But you'll play at well more than 60, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So, Viking says I'll always buy a console. He didn't buy a console, by the way. He bought an extremely expensive power GPU PC, which I support because GPU. Viking is an adult. Tell them the Dropshot sent you. Also, Czar, thank you for the gifty boy. Let's fucking go to Civ, dude. By the way, Civ, I learned this afternoon that your name is actually just your real name backwards. Gavin Davis.
I figured that one out last night. You dumb shit.
I'm dumb. So go ahead.
Also, Joker said a good graphics card alone costs around $500. That's sorry, I don't mean that in a negative way. I'm just fucking around, Joker. But that's like a mid-tier graphics card, actually. Like top of the line GPU is like $1,500, $2,000. So yes, they're ridiculous, but you can build them a lot cheaper and still get way better frames than a console.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, people comparing the best gaming PC you can possibly build and the cost of that to a console is missing the point entirely. You can build a PC that performs way better than a console, and it's still not going to be nearly the top of the line, but it'll be better than a console. Yeah. That's the point. But we've been over this. I'm not doing it again, so suck me off. Thank you for the question, Ryan. Next one. Go-Ditto. I would like to say Steel Switch actually just asked a great question. I'm shocked. Okay. Did you ever see this podcast becoming such a hit so quickly? And what is one suggestion you have for streamers trying to build a community? Tanner, your thoughts? I'm going to fucking roast you so hard, you dumb bitch, but go ahead.
What do you mean?
Oh, we'll get there. Don't worry.
Okay, we'll fucking get there. I did not see it becoming a hit so quickly. I mean, we started getting like a surprising amount of views after like a few episodes. It was pretty weird. So if any of you guys have been here since the beginning, shout out to you. If not, fuck you. You're a fake fan. Go back and watch every episode. Just kidding.
I disagree with that.
Yeah, I'm just kidding.
Tell your dumb
but yeah,
friends.
like after like a few episodes, we were already getting traction. It was super interesting. Suggestion for streamers trying to build a community. I don't know, man. I'm the wrong person to ask that too. Raz probably has better input on it. But I do know it's extremely difficult to grow on Twitch if that's all you're doing. If you're turning on your stream and just streaming, it's extremely difficult. And I feel for you guys because that's really rough. That's why I never started streaming. I didn't start streaming until we started this. We started getting traction. You know, like Raz kept telling me, just start streaming, you dumb shit. So I was like, okay. And I'm very glad I did. But there has to be something else going on besides just the Twitch streaming. And I understand, like, that answer sucks for most people because finding something else to go along with that to get your stream popular is extremely difficult to do. So Raz thought of the market of doing a podcast because not a lot of people do in Call of Duty. There's like one or two. And they're
shit.
not about the same. Well, let's not say they're shit. They're just not the topic that we do. It's like CDO. And then the other one, it's like one episode every 6 months. Yeah, you just, bottom line is you have to either get lucky, I think, or have something else going on. I mean, a lot of these guys, you know, they'll stream for, what did Ninja stream for? Like 7-9 years before he started getting like over 100 viewers or something.
Dude, you know
It's
he used to
crazy.
play SWOTOR on my server?
No fucking way.
I swear to God. When he first started getting popular in this Facebook group about SWOTOR I'm in, people were like, dude, you guys remember this kid? He was terrible at SWOTOR, by the way. Do you guys remember this kid? He's like kind of popular now. And now every once in a while we'll make a thread about how crazy it is. Before he was popular, he played SWOTOR on my server. Which
Wow.
was, I think at that time it was Pot 5. Prophecy of the 5.
Did
Crazy.
you ever play with him then or like run into him?
No.
Okay.
No. I think I probably ran into him. I don't even remember his character name. I was not like close with him. or
I would
anything.
enjoy listening to you two roast each other over voice comms, actually.
Me and Ninja.
Yeah, you guys, because
he'd
he
win.
Well, back in
Makes-
his like raging days, he was so funny, dude.
He makes more than my entire immediate family and extended family's net worth in one stream. So if he wanted to just fucking dunk on me, he could do it at any time. He just has the kill switch, dude. He's like, oh, I'll play with him. I'll be nice. I'll make dumb like roasts. And then I just made more money in this roast than you've ever had in your entire life or your entire family. And he'd press that button. And I'd be
You're really underestimating CEO Riley, dude.
Well, okay. Well, that's perhaps a Patreon topic, but
Yeah.
let me address this. So first of all, New York Brew Crew with the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 gifted subs. Let's fucking go. What's up, Brew Crew? Welcome, dude. Thank you for stopping by, and for the gifty boys, honored, humbled, and of course, privileged. I appreciate it, dude. Thank you, brother. It means a lot, man. And welcome back to the stream. I agree, Juan. I know money isn't everything. But for a roast battle, saying X makes more money than Y, then, you know, it's a good roast. But I agree, obviously, it's not the most important thing in the world. But that's, again, maybe another Patreon episode. Get scammed. Patreon.com/thedropshot. So, number one, did you ever see this podcast becoming such a hit so quickly? Not sure it's a hit. I mean, you know, it's doing well. It's usually in like the top like 200 to top 100 for leisure podcasts on iTunes, which is pretty big, but also not really. You know, we get about 2,000 listens per episode. Some have more, some have less. That's pretty good. So no, to answer your question, I absolutely did not see that happening. I wouldn't call it a hit, but whatever success it's had, I did not anticipate. And I certainly didn't anticipate it this quickly. Because like Tanner said, dude, we did like 5 episodes and our Twitch viewers were just growing a lot constantly, which I was shocked at. Like our first podcast that we streamed on Twitch, we had like 2 or 3 viewers, actually.
Yeah.
One of them was Tanner, one of them was Nightbot, and one of them was my mom. Right? So we actually had 0 viewers. My mom doesn't watch the stream. But yeah, now we, I probably average about 30, 40, which is crazy. That's pretty fucking good for Twitch. And I've been streaming a long time, so I know that. But anyways, no, I didn't. But it makes sense. That's I figured it's possible because podcasts are a super good market because the content creator to consumer ratio is really good for creators. It's like not super saturated. Whereas Twitch itself, the ratio is terrible. Like there are not that many viewers for each Twitch stream, and it's a zero-sum game on Twitch. So you can only watch one live stream at a time. Whereas with YouTube, like you can be subscribed to a bunch of channels and watch all their shit because they're not all live. That's the thing. So anyways, yeah, I didn't see it. No, but I wasn't terribly surprised. That's why I had the idea. I thought Call of Duty is a super popular game. There's a new game every single year. There's no podcasts about it that are good, in my view.
Dude, stop roasting all the
I've
other
literally never
podcasts.
listened to them, to be honest. So I don't know. Maybe they are good.
It's just not our. It's
don't
about
care.
CDL. I'm sure they're okay. They're probably great podcasts, right? We just don't care about CDL unless it was played on PC.
We'll go with that.
Even then, you wouldn't care.
Correct. We'll go with that. So yeah, and I'm a god king at podcasting. A god king, a demon on the mic.
I can't deny that.
Damn, Tanner agrees with me once. So what is one suggestion I have for streamers trying to build a community? Great question. This is actually in the Discord. Join the fucking Discord. It's in the like FAQ, about me and FAQ, but I'll mention it briefly here. I'll show you guys. If you're trying to grow a Twitch stream, number 1, go on YouTube, find Alpha Gaming and subscribe to him, and then watch every video. And then number 2, go to Devin Nash on YouTube, subscribe to him, and watch every video. Because these are the guys that basically gave me the idea to start a podcast. Because what their thesis is, they give a lot of really good and detailed and pragmatic advice, but the overarching thesis of both of their channels is, if you want to grow on Twitch, you have to make content outside of Twitch, because the Twitch discoverability is terrible. And if you're just streaming 12 hours a day to one viewer at the very fucking bottom of the directory for Call of Duty, like my scroll wheel would break before I get to the end of the Call of Duty streamers live right now.
Actually, yeah.
Go there right now, guys. Actually, don't. You're watching this. Don't fucking leave. But when this podcast is over, go to Call of Duty, keep scrolling until you get to the bottom. You won't. There's so many. So to think you're just going to get big, like it doesn't matter how good your stream is. If no one's watching you, the algorithm will never recommend other people watch you, and you're fucked. You're just in a pit. You're fucked. So the thesis of their content, their channels, is you need to make content on other platforms that have high discoverability and then bring them to your Twitch stream. You funnel them in. Now, I have 42 viewers right now. Literally 95% of you never would have found this stream if we weren't doing a podcast. Why? Podcast apps have high discoverability. So you dumb fucks were looking for a Call of Duty podcast. You found this podcast, and then I gave you a direct link to my stream, and here you are. Get scammed. You never would have found this podcast if it weren't for me utilizing a different platform with high discoverability. Podcasting is one of them. YouTube's another one. TikTok is another one for the next 2 weeks.
Yeah, next week. Yeah.
Twitter's another one. Instagram's another one. YouTube's probably the best thing you can do. But if you just stream on Twitch into the abyss for 12 hours a day, you're pissing in the wind and you're never going to get big. Doesn't matter how good your stream is. And before you tell me, oh, well, that's what Summit 1G did. Hey, Summit 1G started when it was Justin TV and 3 people streamed. So yeah, you don't need discoverability then. But now on Twitch, dude, good luck. Good luck. So go find those channels and subscribe to them. Alpha Gaming and Devin Nash. So keep that in mind. Great question, though, Goated Oak. Thank you, brother. Now, real quick, have to address a couple of things that happened. Aussie Menace with the 200 biddies. Let's fucking go, boys. Thank you, brother. What else do we have here? Hold on, sorry. Slivovitz, 1,000 bits. Let's fucking go. Where does this podcast rate on Circle Jerk category? Number 1, of course. But
Yeah.
unfortunately, it's not a listing yet. I've DM'd my account manager. Don't have one, not partnered. Share the podcast with your friends. Mulletproof with the 1,000 biddies. Let's fucking go. And Zerosio with the 1,100 biddies. Jesus Christ. Jesus, boys. Czar, Mullet, Sliv, Aussie. Crazy. God Kings. Nuts God Kings, dude. Honored, humbled, and privileged. I appreciate the support, boys. It means a lot. Sincerely. Thank you. For real. I appreciate it, boys. Thank you. Czar, Mullet, Sliv, and Aussie. Honored, humbled, and privileged. Appreciate the support, man. For real. So thank you. Let's move on here. Barnsey asks, what the COD 2020 expectations, do less drugs, with Treyarch running the show? I don't know. I actually don't know what this means. What are your COD 2020 expectations with Treyarch running the show? Okay.
It's pretty simple to understand, dickhead.
I'll keep that in mind. Such as maps, movement, weapons, perks, kill streaks, content / store. Will we 100% expect a battle pass system for the new game as well? Tanner.
I think there has to be a battle pass. I mean, there was one in BO4, there was one in this game. The battle pass is definitely coming back. I'm expecting a normal mini map. I'm expecting a longer time to kill. I'm expecting quicker movement speed. I'm expecting score streaks. I'm expecting a calling card system that's fun and rewarding and makes me want to go for calling cards. And I expect them to tell me what that calling card means after I earned it. So instead of scrolling through my list of 400 calling cards with 0 descriptions, I'm hoping it'll say, you earned this for getting 2,000 kills with an assault rifle. So, one thing that's kind of up in the air, I think they said the rumors were from the leaks that Dead Silence was not going to be a perk, right? Can we confirm that? Is that what the leak said?
We can confirm that the leak said that, yeah.
Okay. Because I'm kind of expecting Dead Silence to be a perk, and I'm going to hate if that happens. So I really hope that leak is true, because I'm going to be furious if there's Dead Silence in the game. But for maps, I'm expecting fun 3-lane maps, really good visibility too. We won't have that issue. I mean, this is basically the first Call of Duty ever that had garbage visibility. I don't know what they did to fuck it up. So, well, we know what they did to fuck it up, but I just don't know why they did it.
Yeah.
I don't need dust particles everywhere on Rust so I can't see somebody 40 meters away. So, yeah, I'm expecting a quick-paced game. I think that's the best way to put it. A quick-paced, bright game. I like the colors in Treyarch games.
Yeah. Yeah. I hear you. So, yeah. Basically exactly what Tanner said. I think the maps are probably going to be way better, especially because they already told us what a lot of remastered maps are. And all the remastered maps that were leaked are good maps. Whereas the remastered maps in this game, none of them are good. I mean, Hard Hat is like my favorite remaster. Maybe Harbor, actually. But none of them are bangers. You know? There's no Favela. Yeah. You know? There's no Terminal. There's no bangers. They're just good, which makes me furious. So, yeah, I think the maps will be good. Movement, I think, is going to be better. Weapons, don't really care that much, as long as they're fine. Perks, kill streaks, yeah, no idea. Content store. I just think the map is, the game is going to be better. That's what I think. Based on
classic Call of Duty player.
What?
That's a classic Call of Duty player.
What does that mean?
Always thinks that the next game is going to be the saving grace. We've just turned into dumb shit Call of Duty kids, essentially.
True.
I used to trash talk these idiots, and now I understand it. Now I've been sucked into the cycle.
You've become what you hate most.
Harbor is dog shit, Doug. Wrong.
Absolutely
Harbor is a
wrong.
good map.
Yeah, Harbor is a very good map, especially by MW 2019 standards.
Yeah.
Anyways, and so yeah, I think it's just going to be good. Basically, we covered this on actually on the Patreon. It's our last episode, patreon.com/thedropshot. And then yes, you should 100% expect the battle pass system. I think the battle pass is going to be exactly the same as it was this year. It's going to have free little sections, including weapons. I think weapons being locked behind loot crates are gone and that's a great thing that they did this year. And then there's going to be a bunch of, thank you TGR indeed. And I think there's going to be a bunch of cosmetics that you can like pay for with the battle pass. I think it's going to be exactly the same. It's made them buckets of money. The consumers are happy with it. That's an actual win-win. So thanks capitalism.
I want colorful weapon camos, dude. I love the BO4 camos. I know you hated them, but I thought they were fun. All those reactive camos. I bought way more stuff in the BO4 store than I have in this dumb shit game, and I was expecting way better things in this store. That was another big letdown this year, is the garbage store.
Yeah, true. Almost everything was a letdown in this dog shit game. So,
but the core was there. That's what I'm saying. The core game was perfect. They just made trash decisions in certain areas, and it fucked everything up.
The engine works really well, for sure. Like, it works really well. It's an example of fantastic execution, terrible idea. The ideas are bad. The sprint out time is bad. The movement is bad, but their vision was executed exceptionally well. So,
I'm not looking forward to the supposed exact same SPMM that's in this game. According to what's that guy's name, Tom.
By the way,
Tom Henderson said the system is identical. So that already. Multiplayer may be ruined.
Which we already told you, by the way. Is that correct, Tanner?
Yeah. So it's like we were playing last night, right? And you could tell we were in lower lobbies than normal. I'm not trash talking our Damascus patrons, but like I think most of them are around like 1 to like 1.2, 1.3 KD.
They're average players.
Yeah, they're average players.
Yeah.
I don't know what map we were playing. I think that was on Harbor. I literally had like 40 more kills than the next person. That never happens in our lobbies.
Well, not than Razinon, but
yeah, I did. I had like 60 something. You had 20 something.
That
so
was on
garbage.
one map.
You're
on one map.
Garbage.
I had a higher KD than you.
You're garbage.
So keep that in mind. But yeah, no, I saw that.
That's
yeah, so maybe
news.
It's not fake news. It's absolutely not fake news. On Cheshire Park, I had a 1.67.
Show me the screenshot. That was my first game, dude. I had to warm up.
Okay, we'll keep that in mind. It was my second game.
Dude,
so.
he like wrote it down. He took screenshots. He's gonna fucking.
I didn't. I just have an impeccable memory. I actually don't know if those were the
that.
ratios, but we had this. It doesn't.
Well, you also have a ringing in your ear constantly, so.
True. Yeah. Maybe what's between my ears isn't working super well. So, could be right. But yeah. I'm not sure how skill base works in this game because you're right. When you and I play alone, the lobbies are much different. I think it's because we were both 6 stacks. And if the other team is a 6 stack, they're not all going to be God Kings. Whereas if we queue 2s, it'll just have another trio of 2s, math, and then they can make the skill-based bracket more tight.
Yeah.
That's my guess. So, but yeah, skill base is going to be exactly the same, which is also dog shit. So keep that in mind. Now, real quick, before we move on to this next question, which I'm not looking forward to, Mullet-Proof Bunk has given 6,002 weird bits. Let's fucking go! Jesus! You got to let those play out for the over 5,000 bits.
Well, here.
Dude. Fantastic.
It's just so long. I don't want to play it for too long and annoy everybody.
Well, they can suck
that one's
me off.
deserving. That one's very deserving.
That one's super deserving. Mullet, Jesus Christ, dude, chill, bro. Terminal would have been so easy too. There's a fucking airport. True, Mullet. True. And by the way, Jesus Christ. Thank you, dude. 6,002 bits. Why the 6,002? Weird, but hey, I'll take it. Don't look a gift horse in the mouth. That's what they say, right? Yeah, Mullet, dude. Thank you so much, man. Deeply honored, humbled, and of course, privileged, sir. That's 1% of my entire stock portfolio. And he's an investment banker, so he would appreciate that reference. So, Jesus. Hey, thanks for the 1% return. Pretty good. I appreciate it, dude, for real, though. Thank you. It means a lot, dude. Fucking nuts. So, you can chill now. But I appreciate it, dude. Thank you. It means a lot, for real. Now, Tanner, in celebration of this very sizable donation, why don't you go ahead and take this next question?
Okay. Jay Pritch said, question for Tanner. What's more likely to happen this year? We get at least half decent patch notes, or Casey Riley having sexual intercourse with a female? I know both are long shots, by the way. So, Pritch. I actually need to think about this.
Jesus Christ.
Fuck, man. So the patch notes have been dog shit. If this game wasn't ending in 2 months, then I would think that's more likely to happen, that we get better patch notes. I'm going to have to side with Casey Riley here, though, dude. I think there's a chance he could get laid this year. I think he may have some sexual intercourse by the time 2020 is over. I don't know how. I don't know from who.
Either.
I don't know when, because he doesn't talk to anybody except for us.
Here's how. You guys rate the fucking podcast 5 stars on iTunes and share it with your friends and make me so rich that I can go on Raya, the dating app for celebrities, read a book.
Is that really? Wow. Okay. Yeah. I think your only chance is to wear a Dropshot tank top all weekend in Big Bear, and you may get some pussy.
True. Which I will be doing. And my Dropshot bandana face mask and my Dropshot duffel bag.
We have to go to every public store just to show that off.
Oh, absolutely. That's happening.
Yeah, I'm pulling for him, Pritch. We'll see.
Hey, sex worker, do you take bits? True.
To be clear, though, neither of them are likely to happen at all. I mean, they're both below a 5% chance of happening. But I would say Casey Riley having sexual intercourse is maybe a 4%, and the patch notes is a 3%. So.
Yeah. Well, agreed.
Lisa Connors was your only chance, and you perma-banned her, so keep that one in mind.
You guys are so dumb. Can we end this dumb troll? You guys are such dog shit. Mullet Proof's allowed to say whatever the fuck he wants, but...
Yeah, that's who said it.
But Tanner, I will ban you from this Discord.
Okay.
So
you
help
told
me
Mullet
God.
Proof to shut up.
No, I told you to shut up.
Okay, only gave you a lot of bits. Tell him to shut up. Okay.
Sorry,
I'll keep that one in mind.
I was taking a swig of beer. You should keep that in mind. Mullet says Vikings top cheer was 6,001, so I had to stick it to him. Okay. Well,
I'm going to answer this question without me.
Okay. Get absolutely fucking...
Well, I'll be back.
I get it, Tanner. You dumb fuck. Nice new chair, by the way. Yeah. Interesting. Well, Mullet, hey, thanks, dude. Thanks for one-upping him. I appreciate it, for real. Porkadobo, 1,000 biddies a fucking go. Jesus, dude. You guys like the Q&As, huh? You guys actually like the Q&As. Because 1,000 bits is a lot of bits, dude. And we've gotten a couple of those. So, Pork, dude, thank you, man. I'm honored, humbled, and of course, privileged. Also change your name. But thank you for the support, dude. And welcome back, brother. Thank you. Means a lot. You love to see it. We've got to hear the Go XLR effects. No, Siv. No. Maybe at the end. I don't want to rape the fucking ears of the esteemed podcast listeners. By the way, Pritch, for this dumb question, suck me off. How about that? I'm going to ban you from the Q&A section. Not really. Next question here. Pork, thank you so much, dude. And Mullet, of course, thank you again. Everyone, indeed, thank you again. It means a lot. Mordecai the Simp. Change it. If you didn't live in the U.S., which country would you live in and why? Oh, boy. Well, Tanner's going to have a spirited answer. Here's what Tanner's going to say. Well, I've been to Italy and I felt this way about it, and I've also been to Vietnam and I felt that way about it.
Keep talking.
And I also went to Cambodia and I feel this way about it. And I went to
Keep talking, dumb bitch.
I went to the Democratic Republic of the Congo too, and I felt this way about it. So overall, based on my extensive knowledge, because I'm such a world traveler, I would have to say XYZ for
Is that how I
ABC
sound?
reasons. Yes. In my dumb mocking you voice, that's how you sound. So I'll start. If I didn't live in the US, what country would I live in and why? Canada? Canada? Because it's as similar to the US as possible without being in the same country. Because I like it here and I don't want to move at all. I wouldn't get crazy. I wouldn't do any. I wouldn't. God forbid I go to Europe and convert my currency to fucking euros.
You're pissed.
You know?
Oh man.
So I'll use Australia is actually not a bad answer. Maybe I would go to Australia.
Are you serious?
I have a lot of fans in Australia. I'm a fan of someone in Australia as well. A couple people. One in particular.
Well, not anymore, but
Well,
MIA.
well, yeah. Well, it'll come around.
Yeah.
But anyways,
Always does.
it always does. Tanner, what are your thoughts? What country would you live in?
Well,
And
so
why?
Barnsley stole my thunder. I've never been there and I've never really wanted to. But I think Australia, just because all these sick cunts, dude, all of the Dropshot fan base, these sick cunts. Dude, these guys are living the life over there. I like the voices. I like their accents. I like how they talk to each other. Yeah, it's like, it's the prison colony version of the United States, essentially.
Yeah.
So I think I'd want to experience that, dude. I think that'd be fun. I
a
mean,
good
yeah,
answer.
Europe is, don't get me wrong. Europe is gorgeous. I've been there.
Oh my God.
But, you know, I don't know if I'd want to live there. What, am I going to give up my arsenal for these goddamn liberals?
True.
Just kidding.
Any libs in the chat?
Yeah. But anyways, I think Australia could be interesting. We need to take a trip there, dude. I'll add that to my list of in-game trips and Flight Simulator 2020.
Yeah, well, keep that. We'll all keep that in mind.
It's on the list, boys.
We're all
It's on
waiting
the
with
list.
bated breath for when your fucking joystick for Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020, year of our Lord Jesus Christ, comes in. So keep that in
By the way,
mind.
if anyone knows how to sue eBay, let me know, because when I ordered it said guaranteed delivery by Tuesday. My tracking info says delivery on Wednesday. So let me know what to do about that, because I'm furious.
That's fantastic.
It says
Zerosio,
guaranteed.
1,050 biddies. Let's fucking go. Do the Go XLR effects, you stupid little girls. All right, fine. Next question is from Razinon. This is Commander Riley. Commander Riley speaking. PFC Harbin. Copy. Do you copy? PFC Harbin.
I indeed copy, yeah. I don't have a Go XLR, so.
PFC Harbin, we have a question for you. In episode 54, this is from Rise and Shine. Over. In episode 54, Razinon speculated that the M91 buff was due to it having the lowest playtime out of all the weapons in MDub. If this were the case, what do you believe to be the lowest playtime weapons in MDub, and how would you buff them as Raz and Tanner, and B, as the dumb shit devs? Now, I don't know what the A and B distinguish. I don't get it. So if you understand, let us know. PFC Harbin, your thoughts. Copy. Over.
Thank you. Thank you. My thoughts are, what would we do to change them? And then I think what he's getting at is, what would the dumb shit developers do that wouldn't make any goddamn sense, right? It's like we would say, oh, let's increase the damage range of said weapon. And instead they would increase the movement speed by 0.5% or something dumb, you know?
Yeah.
What do I believe to be the lowest playtime weapons in MDub? Fuck. I feel like we need a category here, because I mean, obviously it's some of the pistols are the lowest playtime.
Let's say primaries.
Well, maybe not.
Let's say primaries.
So let's say primary. I'll list a few. I think the Bison is down there. And the Scar is down there. I'll go with those two. The Scar has got to be probably the least used AR. What would I do to buff that? it needs better movement speed, it needs quicker ADS speed, and it needs... I think the damage is okay. I think it needs a bigger magazine. It needs... What is the max on that? A 30? It doesn't even have a 40, does it? Or does it have a 40?
The Scar?
I think it's 30.
30. 25 and 30.
I would like a 40 round mag because it does enough damage. I just need more bullets and I need better movement speed. For the Bison, it needs to kill somebody and more bullets than 12.
Less bullets than 12.
Yes, and less
Fewer
bullets than 12. Because it's a very fun gun to use. I loved it when the game came out. So did Raz. We were both big fans. Then we realized it doesn't do anything.
Yeah.
I mean, it's an actual BB gun. So I feel like at the start of the game, people use that, and then everyone realized the MP5 is just strictly better in every single category, like, you know, better by a lot. People were drawn to it because the big magazine, I think. So what I would do to change that, it's pretty simple. Everything else is fine. I would just increase the damage profile on it across the board. Movement speed's great. It holds a lot of bullets. The fire rate's fine. It just needs damage increase, and that's it.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So Ryzen, great question. What do I believe to be the lowest playtime weapons? Mark II is up there. EBR is up there.
EBR's dog shit, yeah.
SKS is up there. Scar is definitely up there. The FAMAS before the shotgun buff, the underbarrel buff, the FAMAS was absolutely up there. Yeah, there's a lot of weapons that are terrible and that need love. So the MG34 is probably like the least used weapon of all time. I would actually say the MG34. It's actually a really good gun. It's just so inconvenient, so no one uses it.
Yeah, what does it take, like 20 seconds to reload?
Something like that. It has the fastest time to kill of every automatic weapon in the game, the MG34. It kills insanely fucking fast. But the problem is the mobility's complete dog shit in every way. Movement, ADS, reload, it's all strafe speed. It's all dog shit slow. So, yeah.
So,
go ahead.
I have a thought here. Have you ever seen anyone try it in Warzone? Have you tried it?
I was going to tonight.
Interesting. Because that's what my thought just was. Because the movement speed couldn't matter less if you're running an MP5 as a secondary.
Especially with amped.
You run around with that, you switch real quick. It would be interesting to see. I mean, maybe people have been sleeping on it because we do know how fast it kills, as you're saying.
Yeah.
So that would be super interesting.
Yeah. Yeah, I might give it a go tonight. I'm not sure. Depends how drunk I get. So yeah, I think probably MG34 is probably the lowest playtime weapon in this shit game. So, how would I buff that? Boy, it's hard to say. In that, I mean, when we're having a discussion about how we would buff weapons, they're all unique to each gun, and I'm not going to go through all the ones I just listed, but we'll just talk about the MG34. You can't buff it much because if you do, it's just going to be so OP because it kills so fucking fast. If you guys don't know this, dude, go use an MG34 in like 10s or ground war. You're going to be amazed at how fast people die just instantly. Super high fire rate, crazy damage range, and then just raw damage period is just so high. Dude, it kills so fast. Again, it's the fastest time to kill of any automatic weapon in the game. So how would I buff that? I think the only thing I would consider doing is speeding up the reload speed a lot. But if you buffed like the movement or if you buff the ADS speed, it would be way too fucking OP. It's so good. It's just super inconvenient, which is why no one uses it. So I think the only buff I would do is like increase the reload speed. So, yeah.
That'd be fucking nuts if you could move really quickly with it. That would have been way better than the Bruin, actually.
Oh, yeah. Dude, it's so fast. It kills so fast, dude. I've been wanting to try it in Warzone. I just always like kind of forget or
because it has a 200 round mag, I think, right?
It's default 50, and then it has a 75 and a 100, which is another problem. Because the fire rate's so fast, you chew through 100 pretty quick, and then you have to reload for 45 minutes.
Yeah, the ADS speed is going to be fucking awful, too, because you want to use the bigger rounds. You need like a VLK or something. You need a barrel. It would have Yeah, the ADS speed fucking terrible.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but it's really fun. It's really good. So Ryzen, great question. And Czar, thank you again for the bits, dude, and for the gifted sub to Mr. Tier. Thank you, man, for real. Best $20 you've ever spent? I doubt it. I doubt it. But thank you for the support, dude. Honored, humbled, and of course privileged. And by the way, MP Control Ward is in the chat. Call of Duty royalty. Congratulations on joining Team EXE, by the way, MP. I love a lot of those people, and I was very pleased to see that you're a part of that. And that video was fucking super well done. Whoever the editor was for that video was fucking nasty. A demon on the fucking... God damn it. What's the video editing program that's super common? It's not Resolve. That's for plebs like me.
Final Cut Pro?
Final Cut, I think. Maybe.
I don't
Maybe? No, there's another one. Doesn't matter. Don't care. But MP, yeah, what's up, dude? Welcome. Call of Duty royalty right there. If he would join the fucking Discord, I'd give him the role, but he hasn't because he doesn't like us. So keep that in mind. Follow him anyway. Next up here from Go Blue Mason. Casey, where does your high... What's with all these, like, only one person questions?
I like them.
You got a targeted question? Now I'm getting one. Interesting. Casey, where does your high attention to grammar... My high attention to grammar makes me furious at the the phrasing of this question. Oh, and vocabulary detail come from? Did you have a great English teacher back in the day or something? Okay. Okay. Where does it come from? I was born this way. Nowhere in particular. Did I have a great English teacher back in the day? Absolutely not. I've had very few great teachers, and all of them were in college. I've had great professors, but none were in English. They were in philosophy. You have to have a good grasp of English to do a language to do philosophy well. I had a really good professor in college, Cal State Long Beach, Professor Devney, my favorite professor of all time. Guy was super smart and really cool, and like he was strict enough to where like the class was like still like good. He wasn't like the fucking like pothead, do whatever you want and I'll give you an A teacher. He was pretty strict, but if you were operating in good faith, like we would go way off topic when I was in his class, because we had this really small class in college. It was medical ethics. So there were like 15 people in our class. So it was just super like intimate and cool. And he was my teacher for a bunch of classes. This was one of them. And I remember specifically there was one class where we went like totally off the book, but because it was still like philosophy related, he was going with it and he was like having fun and letting everyone like jump in and shit. But he wouldn't have allowed that in a way where if like we weren't talking about like philosophy or whatever. But he could tell that I was like genuinely interested in like learning things. So even though we weren't learning things that were relevant to the syllabus, he was like, bet, this is relevant enough. It's philosophy. Let's go. This has nothing to do with your question, so let me get back to it. Yeah, it didn't come from anywhere. No, I never had a great English teacher, and I was just born this way. I don't know. There's no... I didn't work hard for it. I don't read a lot. I do read a lot, but it's because I enjoy it. It's not because I'm disciplined. I didn't like earn my insane linguistic acuity. I didn't earn it. I was just born with it. So don't congratulate me for it or suck me off like I worked for it, because I didn't. This is just all 100% natty, baby. Just natural as fuck. So I don't deserve
Do you like
any
that
credit.
one professor at SAC that we had together? That guy that was like a surfer. Do you remember that guy?
Oh my God. Yes. Lane.
Do you like that guy?
Yeah, but he's exactly what I mean. Like, he was too relaxed.
Dude,
you could just do whatever you wanted and he'd give you an A, and I don't like that.
Yeah, I remember that guy. Well, no, that's not true. Because I don't think I got an A. Because the homework in his class was extremely difficult for me, somebody who couldn't give a fuck about that. Like, the questions were insane. And then he wanted us to read these Like, didn't he like send us links and have us like read pages worth of shit? And I'm like, this is so boring. I don't care about any of this.
Yeah.
Like, how am I supposed to respond to this? But that guy, I remember telling us, he was like, I don't even care if you show up to class. He said, I don't even take attendance. Like, it doesn't matter to me. You can come or you don't come. I don't care. Just do the homework and do the discussions. Because it was like a half and half learning, right? It was online and in class or something.
He was dog shit. Yeah.
He was crazy.
I loved him.
I fell asleep in his class. That's like the only class I ever fell asleep in.
He was just too relaxed.
Yeah.
I don't know.
He was very chill.
You'd have to know the Devney dude to understand what I'm saying, but.
So speaking of this, if you were born with it or whatever the question was, where does it come from? Why don't you tell everybody your high school GPA?
Oh boy. My high school GPA was 1.8, which is a D+ average. So that's, again, which is kind of relevant because that just goes to show you I didn't do work. I didn't fucking learn things in school. I learned things online. I hated high school, still hate high school. It's massively, massively dumb and not conducive to learning at all. So yeah, my high school GPA was a 1.8. My major specific GPA in college was a 4.0. Because once I got interested in something, then I actually did the homework. I did the reading. I showed up to the tests, and I fucking wrecked them. Because I'm a god king. But, yeah. So, yeah, no. No, nothing. Nowhere in particular, Mason. Just born this way. You know, it's like fucking LeBron James was just born 6'8". Well, he wasn't born 6'8", but you get what I'm saying. He's just naturally 6'8" and naturally a super athlete. Now, obviously, he works hard to be better than what his natural talents indicate, but he's also insanely naturally like athletic and shit. So yeah, sometimes you're just born with it, like Maybelline, or not like Maybelline. Doesn't matter. Race the Train asks, assuming skill is all at least serviceable. Okay, hold on. Assuming the skill of the people.
It makes sense. Just read it.
Okay. Assuming skill is all at least serviceable, what would each of your dream Celebrity Sixes team be, dead or alive? Non-pro gamers. And why? Who would be fun to play with? Whose voice do you want in your headset? Who would talk the best shit? Etc. It doesn't make sense, but I understand the question. So, Tanner.
This is a very tough question because I don't pay attention to anything. Don't watch movies. Don't watch TV shows. Dude, what's that guy's name that's like, they need a problem, they need a problem? Fuck, what is his name?
Oh,
I would want his voice in my headset.
It's not Shep Smith. I don't know what that guy's name is.
Oh
I think
my
he
God.
was
somebody
a
in
ball
chat will
player
know his
though, right?
name.
Not a problem. Not a problem. Not a problem.
I would want that voice in my head the entire time we're playing.
Interesting. That's your race? Race the Train is a race?
No, the next question.
Oh, yeah, duh. It says a race. Okay, go ahead. Oh, his question makes sense now. That's funny as fuck.
I would want Dwight Schrute from The Office.
Holy shit, I'm fuming.
And Jim. I want them to...
Oh my
Dude, that
God.
would be funny to listen to. Have them on my team.
You're like a 19-year-old girl's Tinder profile right now. I like The Office and Netflix. My
Don't
sign is
care.
Aquarius. And
Don't care.
if you can touch my butt and buy me
Okay.
pizza, we'll get along super well. That's
Donald
my
Trump.
personality. My whole
Donald Trump.
personality is pierced nipples and watching The Office.
Okay, you can go. No, you can go. I don't care.
I'm done. Sorry.
Okay. Donald Trump.
Okay, that's a good vote.
See?
That's a good vote.
He would be fun and interesting to play with. I don't know, dude. I don't pay attention to any sort of celebrity
Well,
stuff, and I
6
don't
is
care,
too
and
many.
I don't like any of them, so I really don't care.
Yeah.
I don't have like an actor that I love this guy. I don't know.
Okay.
Just put on a TV show and let me fall asleep to it. I don't care.
Or get in your girl's guts.
It's a good question, but I just don't have an answer to it because I don't pay attention to anything like that.
Yeah.
So
Well,
why don't you try to answer it?
okay, Race. So this is going to have nothing to do with Call of Duty because your question really wasn't Call of Duty related at all. You couched it in those terms, which is fair because this is a Call of Duty podcast, but I'll answer your real question. Who would be fun to play with, be in my headset, etc.? So who would be the best at talking shit? None other than the late, great Christopher Hitchens. F's in the chat. Rest in peace.
Who?
You know who Christopher Hitchens is? God, you're such dog shit, dude. You're dog shit, and I hate you. In my formative years, I would go on
He's a critic. Why would I give a fuck about a critic?
Well, that's one thing he is.
Don't care.
You guys don't know who Christopher Hitchens... If you don't know
he's a journalist and a columnist. Really? That's him? That's who you want? Christ, okay.
Go to YouTube, type in Hitchslap, dude. He's such a god king. He's a god king, dude. So he would be the best at talking shit, bar none. And by the way, if you don't know who Christopher Hitchens is, unsubscribe from this podcast. So number one, the late great Hitch. F's in the chat. Number two, the great Dr. Jordan B. Peterson. Of course, he could tell me about the logos and their impact on doing well in Call of Duty, and how you have to contend with the poor visibility in the game to save your father from the belly of the whale. Read a book. Specifically Maps of Meaning. Read a book. Who else would be good? I don't know. Joe Rogan, of course. I could tell him that I have the hottest up and coming podcast in gaming. And he would beg me to be on his show, and I would consider it. I would pencil him in. Who else could I think of? I mean, Donald Trump's a great one, but I don't particularly like him. He's just hilarious.
Exact. Can I add somebody to my list right now I just thought of?
No. Go ahead.
Joe Seacott.
True.
I want Joe Seacott to play with me.
Joe Seacott, so I could just yell at him. Here's, dude, actually such a good answer. I'm changing my answer. Joe Seacott and every other dev and 5 of the other top devs for Infinity Ward this year. And I would say, hey, welcome to my skill-based bracket, you dumb fuck bitch. Have fun. And I would want their bodies to just be getting shot and teabagged all the time. And they go 1 in fucking 40, obviously in-game.
In-game.
Fuck Seacott in-game, of course. That's such a good answer, dude. That's such a good answer. That is 1,000% my answer. And I would want to announce every time they died and laugh at them. I would go, you died again, Seacott, you dumb fuck. What is that, 10 in a row? How you liking skill-based matchmaking, you stupid bitch? This is what I deal with every day. Fuck yourself.
There's not a single iDub dev that has over a 1.5 KD.
True, facts.
Not a chance.
Oh my God, that's such a good answer, Tanner.
In-game.
That's such a good answer. Holy shit, that's such a good answer. Yeah. Totally changed my answer. Joe Seacott and 4 of the other top devs at Infinity Ward. So Joe Seacott's number 1. I would want dev number 2, 3, and 4 on my team. Actually, no, here's what I would pick. I would pick me and Tanner. And then I would have, oh yeah, the math checks out. Me, Tanner, and then Joe Seacott, dev 2, 3, 4. I would want them on my team for an evening, for an afternoon. And I would say, hey, welcome to skill-based matchmaking, you stupid fuck. Do you understand what you're doing to me? This is what I play with every day. You stupid bitch. God, that's such a good answer. Great question.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that's such a good fucking... God, that's such a good answer, Tanner. I can't believe how good of an answer. It's the best thing you've ever said. Not only on this podcast, but in your life. It's the best statement you've ever made. So, excellent job. Next question is from Erase of Team EXE. Go to YouTube, subscribe to them.
Is he?
Yes, he is. Did you watch that video I tweeted?
It came out when I was at work. I favorited Nexus's tweet, and I didn't, or I forgot to watch it after.
You should watch it, dude. It's
I know. I want to.
The clips are dope. And TGD's on the team, by the way, and MP Control Ward and Nexus.
I know.
And there's other good demons that I had never heard of. But the clips are insane, but also the editing is like super fucking juicy, dude. It's crispy, spicy editing. It's really well done, man. Whoever edited that video did such a good fucking job. It was
Yeah, I'm
like
excited.
cinematic, dude. Yeah, it's fucking dope. It's super dope. Erase asks, who do you think are the top COD PC players? The reason I said now I understand why he asked this question, this guy's a God King. I had no idea. I had no idea Erase was even good at this game, let alone fucking insane at this game. He's on Team EXE, by the way.
Yeah,
I'll have to add him to the Call of Duty royalty role in the Discord. By the way, hey, MP, your fucking teammate Erase is in the Discord, and he's subbed, by the way. Maybe you should consider joining the fucking Discord. Tanner, your thoughts?
Yeah, I know Erase. I didn't know. I don't think I've ever watched his stream though. I'm pretty sure I follow him. I don't think I've ever seen him play though. So my main ones that I can think of,
I didn't even know.
they're all like the bigger, PC streamers. Well, for the most part. So Nate Gibson, obviously, Syrian, obviously, the Gaming Definition, Nexus, and then MP. Those are probably the top 5 that I personally know. And I know there's a ton out there. So, hey, if you're listening to this, I didn't say your name. I'm sure you're fantastic at this game. I just haven't had a chance to watch you yet. So I'm excited to go and watch that clip. I didn't know who MP was. We'll use him as an example since he's here. I didn't know who he was until I started seeing those clips of everyone on Reddit like calling him out for wall hacking or whatever. And then I'm like, oh shit, this guy's really good. And then I went to a stream because I was like, what these dumb shit kids don't realize is he's hitting these clips, but go watch his stream. He's not killing people like that every single time. They still die. They lose gunfights. It's pretty fucking obvious they're not cheating.
Yeah.
So I went to his stream one night and I was like, oh yeah, he's really good, but he's definitely not cheating. These console kids are just dumb. So, and I just thought of one real quick. Symphony is probably the biggest well-known PC player that's a god.
Yeah.
He's actually really good. Usually those big streamers are like, they're very entertaining. They're good, but they're not nearly as good as the top COD like PC players, but he's actually pretty nutty. I would like to see him play multiplayer.
Yeah, true. I would too. By the way, real quick, Czar says the thing with SBMM, you keep blaming iDub, but you need to blame Activision. Yeah, you're right. You're right, Czar. Yeah. You're right. I should have.
Yeah.
So everything I said before, replace Infinity Ward and Joe Seacott with Activision. So Activision, whatever, the guy who decided on skill-based matchmaking, and then the 3 people under him, put them on my team. Because you're right. It's not Joe Seacott's fault. A lot of things are Joe Seacott's fault. A lot of things, but not skill-based matchmaking. So good point, Czar. Thank you.
I mean, we could probably get Bobby Kotick to play with us because we have a cell phone number like everyone else does at the company.
Yeah. We
could
just
text him.
We could get the dev that follows both of us on Twitter too.
Yeah, we could text him and say, hey, you want to play a game with us? He'll probably have to install the game because he's more than likely never played it. But yeah, we can play with him too.
Any trimmers?
Get him and Joe in there. Maybe Ashton. Tell her to work on her patch notes. Sure, she's a great person. Just write some patch notes better. Thank you.
Agreed. Okay, so who do I think here? So before I answer this question, I'm now learning that there are way more really good Call of Duty PC players than I thought. Like I used to just know, I literally knew of Nate Gibson and Syrian. Those were like the 2 COD PC players that I knew about.
Those are like the demon entry-level PC players. And then you realize there's actually people better than them.
Well,
that are just smaller. No, there's people better. There's people better.
There's always someone better, sure.
There's always someone better.
But that streams, I don't know if there's anyone better than Nate Gibson. I actually don't. I've said this before recently. I think Nate Gibson is the best Call of Duty PC player I've ever seen. Now, like Tanner said, there's definitely someone better than him on Earth, but I don't know who that is. And I don't know if they even stream, or if they do, how many viewers they have or whatever. But that I've seen stream, Nate is the best. Because he's so consistent. That's the only difference. Is like, all of these guys that are really good that I always suck off, they all are like insane. They're all better than I'll ever have a fucking chance in hell at being. They can all snap super... Okay. They can all snap super quickly, and their aim is really good, and it's really consistent. All of them. But Nate's consistency is just different than everyone else's. I never see him miss, dude. Like, ever. It's so weird. It's so weird.
Oh, yeah, Tar too. I just thought of him.
Tar. Yeah.
Tar's pretty nutty.
Tar is pretty nutty. So yeah, who do I think are the top COD PC players? Nate Gibson, I think, is number one still. And then every other insane person that I've talked about a lot. Syrian, TGD, the gaming definition, MP Control Ward, who is in the chat and who has joined the fucking Discord. Erase yourself, sir. I've seen your clip on, if you're on Team EXE, you're disgusting. Because I was listening to Nexus before I was watching Nexus's stream before he even made the team. And he was talking about how he's going to be fucking strict as shit with his team. So I actually really like that on a related note. Because I know how strict he is. So if you're on the team, I already know without ever having seen you play the game that you're insane. So I really like that about that team, by the way. But Nexus is another one. Symphony is another one. Yeah. But if I had to pick one, I'm excited to watch that video now. Dude, it's really fucking good. But if I had to pick one, I would say Nathaniel Gibson. Yeah, for sure.
Mordecai just said in chat, I was watching him and he got a nuke and didn't even realize till the end of the game. I don't know who he's talking about, but I'm thinking Nate. Maybe that's not who he's talking about, but I just want to say I've been in like probably 2 or 3 lobbies with Nate this game. And one of those, I think it was the first one I ever joined. I joined the other team and he fucking nuked me.
Yep, on our
I'm like, I've been nuked in this game literally 3 times. And Nate was one of them.
Yeah.
Like, you've got to be kidding me.
He's so good.
Oh, he was talking about Nate. Yeah, dude, yeah. He's just so calm. That's what he has that other people don't. He doesn't ever freak out. You're right. He always hits his shots consistently, very consistent.
So he's the most consistent motherfucker you know.
Yeah, he's not as flashy. Like, don't get me wrong, he's probably the best player you'll ever see. But there are players that are more flashy than him, but not as consistent. So all in all, I think I agree with you. He probably is the best overall. He's fucking nuts.
When I think of flashy, I think of the gaming definition. Mm-hmm. That dude is... And flashy's not a bad thing. First of all, they're all very consistent. TGD is super consistent. But he's also really fucking flashy, and he'll hit dumb clips that Nate doesn't really hit because he doesn't like... It's almost like he doesn't want to. Like, I feel like he could, but he's just like, oh, no, I'll be fine. I'll just rapaciously run through everyone at my own fucking pace. And it's not boring to watch Nate, and it's not like Nate doesn't snap on kids. But TGD is like the flashiest player I think I've ever seen.
He also rages very hard, which makes me laugh.
He'll do like 230-degree spins. Like, oh, you could have gone left and it would have been faster. Don't care. I'll take the longer spin just to fuck around and still one-tap him in the head with my fucking EPR or whatever. TGD's like the most flashy. And again, he's super consistent too, but he's not consistent like Nate, in my opinion. And I mean, again, what do I know?
Well,
I'm a 1.6 KD player, so what do I know? But
it's easy to be flashy when you're aimbotting, so
true.
You console dumb shits.
Have you seen Summit react to Nate? It's pretty funny. I haven't, actually. I saw Shroud react to Syrian, though. Did you know that happened, Tanner? During Black Ops 4,
remember it, but I'm sure you've showed me that clip before.
I did. During Black Ops 4, Shroud tweeted about Syrian and was like, this is the most insane Call of Duty player I've ever seen.
Yeah.
And then Syrian made a YouTube video that said and then every stream for like a year was like, Shroud sponsored streamer. I fucking love Syrian, dude. He's so goddamn funny. The best Call of Duty PC streamer? Syrian. Easy. Easy, dude. Syrian's really fucking disgusting and super good. And he's also genuinely funny as fuck. I laugh every time I watch his stream. He's a funny fucking dude. And he's so good. They're all so good. But, yeah, God, Syrian's so funny. I'll have to watch that, though, MP. If you can link me up, I would appreciate it. But I can search for it later also.
What about twitch.tv/lowcap? He always boasts his 3.0 Warzone KD. Get shit on, low cap.
All right, so Erase asks, next question. If competitive COD CDL, redundant, was moved to PC keyboard and mouse, do you think the current pros could transition to it and keep up with the new players that would try to go pro that already have keyboard and mouse experience? Good question, Tanner. Tanner, hold on, stop. Your mic's not working. Or my mic's not working?
Test.
Yeah, you're good. You're back.
Okay.
Go ahead.
So usually I would look at that and think, oh, of course not. They play on controller. They're switching to keyboard mouse. They're dog shit. But surprisingly, a lot of those console pros, we'll put pros in. We'll do that. Those console pros, they actually end up being really good at PC games. Now, are they top tier compared to keyboard and mouse players that have been doing it for years? I don't think so. And this is something I've wanted to talk about for a while. I think CDL should be played on PC. I think it would be much more exciting if it were keyboard and mouse. But even if it were played on PC and controller, I would watch it so much more often than now. I don't care about anything now. It's boring. I don't want to watch players play on 40 FOV, and the only thing I can see is their gun indirectly in front of them. It's boring to watch. It's slow. I mean, they're really good. They're good at console. They're fantastic players. They're better than I am on a controller. But it's not fun to watch compared to PC. And people don't realize that unless they're playing on PC and watching a lot of PC streamers, how much more exciting it is. So I would love for CDL to be moved to that, and I do not think they would be able to keep up with some of these keyboard and mouse demons.
Okay.
I mean they'd be really good players. You know, they'd be like, you know, in multiplayer probably 2 to 3.5 KD players. They'd be great, but I don't think they would be able to keep up with the top keyboard and mouse players.
Yeah. So, do I think the current pros could transition from being console peasants to K-BAM? No. 0 of them. None. Literally none of them. Take the entire CDL roster. 0 of them would even be on the amateur circuit for competitive Call of Duty if it was on PC. There's no fucking way, dude. There's no fucking way. These kids... Okay, so this is a good question right after the last question we just answered. Go watch Nate. Go watch MP. Go watch Tartar. Go watch Erase. Go watch Nexus. Go watch TGD. And then ask me again if you think someone who has not been using keyboard and mouse for the last 5 years can just hop over and compete with someone like that. Not a chance in fucking hell. No, 0% chance. Complete 0% chance. They would be better than these PC players at positioning, at like map awareness, at search and destroy tactics, shit like that. They probably have more discipline because they're forced to practice whatever 8 hours a day. But none of that matters when you're getting 180'd in 40 milliseconds and then instantly head tapped and dead. You just can't compete if you can't aim. And compared to someone who's a prospective pro on keyboard and mouse, if you're some fucking handy dandy new frog on keyboard and mouse, I don't care how well you know Arklov search and destroy tactics. Doesn't matter, don't care. Someone could be running in the middle of the map and you start shooting them from your fucking perfect tactical position. Don't care. You'll miss one shot and you'll be dead. These people on PC, especially if we're talking about people who would be pros in CDL, they're so good. They're so good. And you'll get punished so hard if you can't aim. And of course, they wouldn't be able to aim. They would be able to aim very well because, like Tanner said, they're gamers. They're not dumb. And it's not like they would be terrible at aiming. They would probably aim quite well. Don't care. That's totally different than professional caliber mouse and keyboard aiming. They would be punished so fucking hard that they would quit. There's a 0% chance. There's no chance that anyone could. is my answer to this question.
Yeah, and just as a reminder to all you listeners out there, the Pro League, well, you can call it that, but competitive Call of Duty was originally played on PC before it was ever played on console. So keep that one in mind. Most people don't know that. A lot of people don't believe it, but it's the truth. It was played on PC before it was ever played on console. So it's much more entertaining, trust me.
COD 1 was only a PC game.
Even if you play on console, if you start watching PC streamers, you'll realize how much more exciting it is. So I would love for the Pro League to be played on keyboard and mouse, dude. That would be so exciting to watch. Oh my God. Like, I would follow that so closely.
Yeah. This would be a CDL podcast.
I could actually see, I think it'll switch to keyboard and mouse, but not for like 5 years. Because there are so many people switching to PC now. You'd love to see it, by the way. There are a lot of people making the switch. They're realizing the benefits of it. And God, it would be so exciting, dude. I would love to see it come back.
It's so much more fun to watch, dude.
Yeah, it's way better.
And for
I still go back and watch some of my old COD 4 frag videos that I've favorited on my YouTube from fucking 2012.
12 years ago, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and for those of you, by the way, who are console players, and you probably watch like your favorite console streamers like Scump and shit and Formal and all them, you're probably like skeptical at what we're saying. Here's what I would advise you to do. Do me a favor. Go to like Nate Gibson's YouTube and watch any video. And you're going to learn real quick what we're talking about. And how much more exciting it would be to watch PC players play than console players. It's just, yeah, it's a night and day difference. It's so obvious too. So anyways. Tanner, go ahead and take this next question. I'm going to go piss out of my huge white dick. I'm going to ask it, and then I'm going to get up for you. So hold on real quick. Steel Switch asks, is this at all an effective way to play as a pro gamer? Forget the fact that he clearly has poor vision. The keyboard orientation is very odd. I didn't even notice the keyboard orientation. So Tanner, can you describe this picture for us? What are we looking at here?
Okay. So you're looking at a child, right? He's probably 16 or 17. Go to the bathroom now. Go to the bathroom now.
Okay.
So I'm not exaggerating. His nose is probably, let's see. It's probably 5 inches from the monitor at the most. And, you know, you've used a computer before, right? So your keyboard's sitting in front of you, right? Well, turn that bitch 90 degrees and that's how this dude's gaming. A lot of kids play this way. I think strictly on like Counter-Strike is usually what you see. Counter-Strike and a lot of these new dumb shit 12-year-old kids on Fortnite play this way. I don't understand it. I mean, your question is it an effective way to play as a pro gamer? Apparently it is, because this guy's a pro gamer and he's playing this way. I don't understand how that's comfortable, and I don't get how it works, because there's more buttons you have to press than just WASD. It just seems so awkward. I genuinely don't know. Like, I guess are they running forward with A instead of W? Does anyone know? I mean, I don't understand it. Also, can anyone in chat confirm? I assume this is like Counter-Strike or something. Am I right? Okay, Tar said keyboard orientation is necessary for that setup, and it's more ergonomical. You need to explain that one, Tar. What do you mean it's necessary for that setup? Okay, so here we go. We're getting live input. Tartar Bit says biggest difference is that more of your arm is on the desk, and yes, that's Counter-Strike. So on Counter-Strike, they play on extremely low sensitivity. So I mean, they're moving their mouse across the keyboard to not even turn 180 degrees, basically. And on most new games now, people don't play on that low sensitivity. It's Counter-Strike specifically where they do that. But yeah, he is right. You have way more room to move your arm and just fucking flick on kids. I don't see how anyone can play that way. Like I turn it this way and I just press it and it feels weird. Cause like the keys, like they're kind of angled and grooved. You know what I mean? Raz, you have the same keyboard as me. Like they're grooved to set your fingers on them the correct way,
right,
not that way.
Yeah.
So I don't understand how people can even put their fingers on the keyboard that direction.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So,
but yeah. So, I mean, when it comes down to it, obviously it works for some people. You see a lot of the Fortnite kids doing it now too.
Really?
Yeah, a lot of them do it. I don't know why.
So
That's how Symphony plays. Have you ever seen his keyboard? He plays like that.
okay, here's what I'm saying. The keyboard is fine. It looks weird, but I could do that. It's not that big of a deal. Because, yeah, you're putting your elbow in a different spot, so your wrist is in a different position. So your finger position with relative to the keyboard is exactly the same as the way you and I use it now, Tanner. Because his wrist is also turned. So the keyboard is not what I have an issue with here. It's how fucking close that monitor is to his face. Like, can you even see your peripheral vision that way?
Well, that's not the question Steel Switch asked, so.
Okay. Well, I don't know. If this guy's a pro, then obviously it fucking works. I don't know what I'm looking at here. So, but that looks not great for your eyes, number one. And number two, it's like you're fucking your peripheral vision, it seems like. But maybe it works. I don't know. I have no word. What's up, Senti? Ooh, a smoked brisket pick. Nice.
Any smokers?
Oh, fantastic, Senti. Glad to hear it, dude. Thanks for stopping by, brother.
Okay, MP also said it. I didn't see this part. The only reason to turn your keyboard like that is because in pro games you have way less space. So in order to make room for the mouse, they turn it sideways.
Oh.
Interesting.
Yeah, my only issue is with the monitor. Look how close to his dumb boy face that is.
Dumb child face.
His dumb child boy face.
What team is that? Navi?
Now he's missing a cup of coffee, but besides that, the monitor is too close to his dumb boy face, and it makes me furious. So, anyways, let's move on here. Rise and shine. Without the gunsmith feature in Call of Duty 2020, Cold War, Black Ops, Cold War, Bundy Bop, Red Door Edition, do you think the new Warzone will oust the that's a college word, the customization factor of loadout drops and instead adopt the classic BR gameplay, which is players can only equip weapons found on the map? Great question. Great question. Tanner, your thoughts?
Hold on, I'm reading this and thinking about this.
So basically, there's probably not going to be a gunsmith feature. So are there going to be custom loadouts in the new BR?
There's another good question. Another thing people don't talk about. Everyone just says, "Oh yeah, it's going to be Warzone but COD 2020." How? These are the questions we ask. Great question, Ryzen. I have no fucking idea. I mean, from what I think it was that Tom Henderson guy again. He was saying shit recently also about how, I think it was him. I don't remember who said it, but it was something about like it's basically just going to switch maps, and it's like we're still going to have access to the guns in this game. Maybe not right at launch, but eventually, and then we would have access to this same map as well in the future. So I don't understand how they could just change like the loadout system and things like that, or the weapons found on the map. I mean, that was the other thing he said, was that at some point, you know, there's going to be a ton of weapons in the game because it's going to combine COD 2020 and Modern Warfare weapons. I don't see that happening. I'm going to be honest. I don't understand how that would happen. I don't think I would even want that to happen. That doesn't make any sense to me, and that's weird.
What if there's an AK in both games?
And it's how do you balance the weapons through two games?
With different health
two different
totals
developers.
And two different devs.
None of this is making sense.
Yeah.
I don't understand it. I'm excited to see how this plays out because I think a lot of people, they're just saying, oh, it's going to be Warzone still. What's so hard to understand? Well, start thinking about it. There's a lot of fucking questions. It's really weird.
Yeah.
So I don't know, dude. My thought was basically they would just keep the title and everything else would be different. Mm-hmm. So on like day one of launch, it's Treyarch's game. It's called Warzone. But then at the same time, like what other people have told us, okay, are they just going to scrap this one? They've spent all this time and effort on it and they've completely abandoned multiplayer because they don't care about it. And then they're just going to scrap that day one of COD 2020. So even that doesn't make fucking sense.
Yeah.
Like, what the hell is going on?
I think they're probably just going to name it Warzone, and it's just going to be a different game. It's just going to still be named Warzone. Or it'll be like Call of Duty Warzone Cold War. Or Cold Warzone. Don't
God,
name
I can't
it
wait.
That,
I can't wait to figure out, like, I can't wait to see it when it comes out and just
I can't wait to rub it in everyone's face. I can't wait to rub it in everyone's face when we are, of course, right once again because we're prophets and oracles. And everyone else was catastrophically wrong. who were saying, "Oh, it's just gonna Warzone's just gonna it's just gonna fucking like it whatever." God damn it, what's the word I'm looking for? It's like where they like meld it, but it's like it's not engulf. Doesn't matter.
Don't care. Lost interest, but
Don't care. Yeah. Anyways, okay, but so let's answer the question now, dumb fuck. Do you think there are going to be any kind of custom loadouts in whatever the BR Cold Warzone Vundi Bop Red Door edition? Do you think there's going to be custom loadouts like the loadout drops there are now? Or do you think it's going to be more classic BR where you just pick shit up?
I think it'll have to be some form of custom loadouts because everyone loved it so much from this game, including us. We hated it at first. I've gotten used to it now. I love it. It is a different play on a traditional BR. So once again, I'll admit I'm wrong. I'm admitting that live to all of you. I was wrong. Okay. I said the custom loadouts were dumb. Well, I like them now.
I agree.
I
also
they were
take the
still
L
way
on
too
that.
cheap at launch. They were 6,000. That was horrendous. They should have realized that. But I do like them now, and I'm just so used to it, and it is fun, like using what guns you want.
Yeah, I'm taking the L here.
So I think they have to put
Absorb.
them
Thank
back
you,
in.
Steel.
Yeah,
Absorb
I
is
think
the word I was looking for.
I think they have to put the custom loadouts back in because everyone loves it so much now, and that's the main difference between this game and every other BR out there. So.
Yeah. So.
Okay, Sal just made me furious. Continue. Again, doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, Sal, you're dumb, right? And we're gonna you know, Tanner, write it down. We're gonna single you out, dude, when fucking Cold War Black Ops Vundi Bop Edition Red Door comes out.
Taking a picture on my phone right now. Sal, I'm going to be tweeting this at you in 2 months.
We're
You're
gonna tweet
a
it
dumb
at
shit.
you. We're gonna send it to your employer and your family and friends.
Sal, that's what everyone's saying. It's going to transfer seamlessly. How? Tell me how. Nobody says that. They just say it's going to transfer. What does that mean?
Actually baited.
Oh
I think
my
he's trolling,
God,
and I think it
Sal.
just worked.
You dumb shit.
Yeah. So
Jesus Christ, I'm so mad at you.
he's pissed. Yeah. Well, are you drinking alcoholic beverages?
This
by the way?
is gonna severely weigh on his fucking gameplay breakdown tonight. Even if he has the best gameplay I've ever seen, I'm gonna shit on him for it.
True. Yeah, we'll roast him live on Discord. Okay. So without the gunsmith feature in COD 2020, do you think Warzone will oust the customization factor of loadouts? Probably not, Ryzen. Now, again, no one has any fucking idea on God's green earth in the year of our Lord Jesus Christ, 2020. It's gonna look like. We have no idea what it's gonna look like. But I think they'll bring back the custom loadout thing. Because I think that they think that people really like it. And I think if they think that, I think they're right. Myself included. And now you guys know on the Dropshot of Call of Duty podcast, Tanner and I originally hated it, but I've completely changed my mind just like Tanner has. So we take the L there. I like it.
The L, boys.
I like it a lot now. I still feel like you should probably just spawn in with it, maybe. I don't know. No, probably not. Probably not. Yeah, this is probably the best way to do it. Doesn't matter. That's a discussion for another time. But yeah, I think they will. I think it's going to be similar to this, Ryzen. Great question, by the way. Great question. So let me catch up on chat here because the Archduke's getting.
I'm gonna go pee. I need to sober up. Be right back.
Okay, the Archduke's
I'll
getting
come
mad
back
at me. So
See?
yeah, he's getting mad at me. He added me on twitch.tv/Razinon live every Wednesday and Saturday at 7 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. So what am I not reading enough lately, Tar? I'm reading. I'm just not reading aloud as much. Dude, when I had 5 viewers, it was easy to like be apprised on chat and respond to everything. But now we're so fucking popular because we're the hottest up and coming podcast in gaming, right? That it's impossible to just read everyone's message now. So I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Okay. But figure it out. And yeah, by the way, Tar and MP, I don't have my keyboard at a perfect, what's this angle? Doesn't matter. I don't have it perfectly perpendicular to me either. Mine's like this way. So here's my rest, by the way. So if this is, sorry for that noise. If this is like perfectly 90, mine's like this. So mine's kind of crooked too. But it's certainly not fucking that move right there. Pass. Hard pass on that. But I also have an obscene desk. My desk is obscenely large, so I have ample space.
Yeah. Hey, is it an L-shaped desk?
Yes.
Is Viking still here? Okay.
It is an L-shaped desk, actually.
Yeah, so Viking, when you listen to this on one of your drives,
you guys are dumb.
Message us in the group chat.
You're dumb.
We'll again discuss that picture. It's not an L-shaped desk.
It's absolutely L-shaped.
It's not an L-shaped desk.
Read a book on Hooked on Phonics.
It's not an L.
Look at an alphabet.
It's one of those desks that your elementary school,
like
that
an L, like the letter L.
That your broke
shaped
public
like the letter
school
L.
system elementary school had, that you sat and wrote on.
Yeah, it is.
It comes out 4 inches on one side. That doesn't mean it's an L.
It's formatted that way. Okay, you're exactly right. Except it's 5 times bigger. So it's the same format, but it's 5 times bigger. Right? So it's perfect. It's the perfect desk. It reminds me of my public education experience, which I loved, as we talked about earlier. What else do we have here? Entangled Squatch, that made me laugh in my mind, of course. And yeah, Steel Absorbed was the word I was looking for. Thank you. Yeah, Sal is dumb. I can't stress that enough. Dumb, which is fine. We love him, but he's dumb. How it's going to work in is time travel. Okay, Squatch, thanks, dude. Oh, okay, well, there's time travel. Okay, I get it now.
No, it'll just transfer seamlessly. Don't worry about it.
Oh, the health totals are going to be 100 and 150 at the same time. So it's fine.
Cunt,
yeah, don't worry about it. We're going to have custom loadout drops and a pick 10 system at the same time. That's fine. It'll work. Yeah. Hey, it's just going to work. It's just going to work.
Have a gunsmith, but it's only pick 10, yeah.
Yeah, it's just going to work. So don't worry about it. So dumb. I love Plunder. I hate BR. Joker. Interesting. I used to like Plunder for like a week. Then I got really bored of it.
Jeez, this question is long. Holy shit.
I was trolling that you failed so hard over Absorb. I'll keep that in mind, Tar. By the way, you didn't give me the correct answer either, Tar. So keep that in mind as well. So
why don't you post a picture of your desk right now and everyone in chat can decide if it's an L-shaped desk or not?
There are pictures of my desk, but I can do that.
Do the third-party cam right now.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Don't care what any of you say. Let me tell you that now.
So here's my desk.
Viking and I agree it's not an L-shaped desk.
So here, it's kind of hard to see here, but yeah, it's there, and then it comes out this way, and then it goes for about 4 more feet this way.
Doesn't go for 4 feet.
Which is an L shape.
Are you aware of how long 4 feet is?
Well, it doesn't go 4 feet. It goes to like right.
It goes like 8 inches.
Definitely longer than 8 inches.
Continue.
It's
Next
probably
question.
like probably a foot and a half, maybe a foot.
Oh,
Doesn't
I'll pull
matter.
it up right now
Don't
if you
care.
want me to.
Don't care. By the way, look how wide my back is, Twitch chat. You guys jealous? Look at that back, dude. Look at that back. Look at it. California Republic. All right, let's move on.
I can't find it.
Technically, it's a J. It's a J-shaped desk, but
Okay, so it's not an L-shaped desk. Let's move on. Thank you.
okay, let's move on. Here's a 180-degree angle. Okay, MP, suck me off. All right, this is a big boy question. The Mexican mogul. I kind of like the name, honestly.
That's a change it for me.
That's a change it for you?
That's a change.
What
it
if
for
he's
me, yeah.
actually a mogul of Mexican ancestry?
Well, give me 100 subs then to prove it.
True. Fair. Okay, change it unless you're going to gift us 100 subs. The
Yeah.
Mexican mogul asks, I usually play duos with a friend. I have a 1.42 KD and he has a 1.33. So not amazing. It's not bad at all. But I like to think of that as the shit end of people that can actually play the game well. Yeah, kind of. That's like the first. That's like the beginnings of players who can play the game pretty well, I would say. Probably. Like a 1.3. Because 1.3 is like pretty well above average, actually. Statistically, I think. I don't know. I haven't looked it up. Doesn't matter. The games are usually hard. We have a fair few wins, but every game is competitive. Recently played with 2 other friends who have a 0.5 and 0.47 KDK. I've never played such an easy match on a VR ever. I had 22 kills, which is easily the most I've ever gotten. They had 1 and 2 respectively in the same game, claiming they had never played against such hard people on the game before. My issue now, and one you have both alluded to several times, this guy can actually write. This guy can write. It's actually shocking. Yeah. This is the first person, the first person who can properly format a question. So, and he's Mexican, by the way. So. Spanish was his first language, if he's actually a Mexican national, not necessarily if he's an ethnic Mexican. Not Mexican, it's the national language of Mexico. Read a book. My issue now, and one you both alluded to several times, is that now I know if I play with those 2 friends, they're going to have an absolutely shit time. So I guess my question is, how can Activision honestly think this is more enjoyable for anyone? I know the odd solo dogshit player may have a better time, but surely they're making the game worse for a higher percentage of people than they are making it better for, if they are even stopping friends from being able to play together in a fun and enjoyable way. Have fun reading all that, my bad. No worries, it was well written, so I didn't mind. Tanner, your thoughts?
So apparently they've done plenty of research and tests and have determined that they make more money with skill-based matchmaking in the game. I think it's just they don't understand because they don't play the game. So your shit friends who are garbage players, by the way, they're just used to playing in garbage lobbies. So they don't realize how bad they really are, and they're not ever going to get any better. So, yeah, I mean, you wrote a lot to just have a simple question to answer. But so, I didn't think skill-based matchmaking was that strict in Warzone at all. I almost feel like this just happened randomly, and it wasn't necessarily related to skill-based matchmaking. I mean, we've never played with anyone that low on Warzone, so I wouldn't know. But every single game, I mean, there's just some nights where we get pooped on, there's other nights we don't, And it's like, that's how all BR games go. That's how they've always been for me, without skill-based matchmaking even. So, I mean, you can tell a big difference in multiplayer with SBMM, but Warzone, I've never been able to tell anything, but yeah, it could just be because there's, 150 players in each lobby.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So I don't know, dude. Bottom line is they know they're making more money with it in the game. They've done the research, I'm sure. They've spent more time doing that than they have,
Hard disagree, but
fixing their game. Okay. They wouldn't be doing it if it wasn't making them money. Let's make that clear. It's
this is okay.
Here.
I have to jump in.
Okay,
this is exactly what I told Doug. Doug made the same argument for skill-based matchmaking, and he was saying, "Well, they made more money on this game than they."
Stop. Doug agrees with skill-based matchmaking. I don't. I'm just saying Activision says they make more money with it in, because garbage players that have a 0.10 KD are apparently having a better time. Don't know how. You're still getting shit on. But anyway.
Okay, so maybe I misunderstood you. They are making more money than they ever have with this game, and this is the only game that's had skill-based matchmaking for Call of Duty. Of this kind, I should say. So it's possible, in fact, it's very likely that Activision... it's hard for me to believe that $1 billion company wouldn't be able to single out variables, because if they think the reason they're making so much money is skill-based matchmaking, then they're very dumb. And I know Activision is dumb, but I don't think they're this dumb. I hope they're not this dumb. Maybe they are. If they think that the reason they're making so much money is because skill-based matchmaking, and they're ignoring that this is the first crossplay game, this is the first free-to-play BR, then then all hope is lost for this company. But anyways, to move on to this question. So I think I just misunderstood you, Tanner. Sorry. So the Mexican mogul.
Read a book.
Okay. This isn't actually formulate your thoughts better. Come. The Mexican mogul, to answer your question, it's not really a question. You're just complaining about skill-based matchmaking. So thank you, and I agree. How could they think this? Don't know. They're dog shit. I mean, not much else. Not much else to say. We've talked about this so much that I don't even feel it's necessary to like go into this again, but you're absolutely right. It makes it intolerable to play with your friends if they're a vastly different skill level than you, for exactly the reasons that you've pointed out. So, yeah. Tanner, what do you think? How many more questions you want to do?
9 o'clock. We still have to do the gameplay breakdown.
Ooh, yeah, true.
We should probably end it on this next one, maybe.
Okay. Well, this one's for you, so take it away.
Real Tucker Carlson said, Tanner, if you had sex that night, do you think you would still be married to your wife? So he's referring to the story I had in podcast number, what was that, 55, I guess? 55. Go listen to it, because I'm not going to explain it. If I had sex that night, do I think I would still be married to my wife? Yes, I think so. It was also during the day. It was at 2 o'clock in the afternoon, Tucker. If you were listening, you would have known that, because I was late for my 3 o'clock shift. So, fake fan.
Yeah, fake fan.
Supposed to be a journalist, isn't paying attention to the details.
Disgraced Fox News host.
I think so, yeah. I do believe that, because we would have been... Oh, I guess I kind of left that entire part out. After that, we were still just friends for like 2 years. So if we had smashed, we probably would have started dating at that time also, which was during high school. So, yes, I still believe that, though. Tucker Carlson, I would still be married to her, absolutely.
Yeah. Makes sense. Makes sense. All right. So, Tanner, do you have the link and the watch together shit all ready to go?
I'll figure it out, yeah.
Okay, well, go figure it out and then start your stream. I'm going to wrap up here, and then we can get that done.
Keep that in mind.
So, yeah, keep it in mind, indeed. But stay in Discord, obviously. So, yeah, that is going to wrap it up today for the Q&A. We have plenty more questions, and if we didn't answer your question, fret not. We will get to it the next time we do one, which will probably be next Saturday. Hopefully, we can do this every fucking Saturday, because they're the best. They're the most fun episodes. So, yeah, make sure you join the fucking Discord. Ask your questions there. We will be doing a gameplay breakdown over on Tanner's channel momentarily of Mr. Salmonella, the dumb shit who thinks Warzone's just going to magically transition for an entirely separate game. So it's going to take every fiber of my being to not fucking roast him for that. But we'll see what happens. But yeah, so if we didn't get to your question, don't worry about it. We will get to it next time. And if you guys have questions, feel free to ask them in the fucking Discord. I'm not old enough to even post anything on your Discord. What? How is that true, MP? What do you even mean by that? Just say you're over 18. First of all, you're definitely old enough. You're over 18. Right? It doesn't ask for age verification, does it? No way. Does it actually? Oh, thank you for the vid, by the way, MP. Thank you, dude. You're 17? No way. Dude, you're 17? That's actually fucking insane.
I thought he was like 22 or 23.
I thought you were like 25. Whoa. Well, just, hey.
Okay. The underage boys.
I'm not going to break the term, the Twitch terms of service, but just lie. Just lie. In game, of course. That's fucking crazy that you're actually 17. Dude, I never would have believed that. That's so nuts. Holy shit. Lying among us? Yeah. That's so funny. No wonder he's so good, dude. He's young. He has a reaction time that I don't have. Must be nice. You turn 18 in October? Oh, nice. Well, you'll be you'll be old enough to join the fucking Discord in October then. God, that's
Yeah.
dude, that's crazy. That's so crazy, dude. That's really funny, MP. 40 millisecond reaction time, Pepe hands. Yeah, MP, if you wanna link up for some coffee, let me know. All right, so that's gonna wrap it up for today's episode. We also have a couple iTunes reviews that I'll hit real quickly. So if you rate the fucking podcast 5 stars on iTunes, you can write any goddamn review you want, and I'll read it. First one is from Rune13. Real close. I've wrote 3 reviews that keep getting declined. Apple drives me nuts. Let's try this again. This game is garbage, we can all agree, but it has helped create this pod and Young Douglas. True. We're responsible for Young Douglas and all of his success and Twitter followers. That's about the only good thing that has come from MDub 2019. Please tell me I'm not the only one that's hoping Treyarch doesn't put Tax Sprint in COD 2020. I hate it. Keep up the content, boys. Great to pass time and work and listen to people that actually know what they're talking about. Tanner, how do you feel about Tax Sprint?
I would rather not have it.
I agree.
I don't care as much as some people. It really doesn't matter to me, but I'd rather it just not be in the game.
I agree. It's too much. It's too extra for sure. So yeah. Agreed, Rune. Thank you for the analytics, you dumb bitch. And I'm sorry you had to write a review 3 times because Apple's dog shit. But thank you, dude. Next one here, Ryan Set at Ryan Set 094. Okay. Here's your analytics, stupid bitch, is the content of his review. Keeping it short and sweet and giving me the 5 stars. Make sure you follow him on whatever. At Ryan Set 094, RYAN SET 094. So thank you, Ryan. Appreciate that. Maybe include what social media platforms you're referring to when you do that. So Mordecai, I believe you do need an iTunes account to review. Yes. Nick Can with the Submarino and the 100 bits. Let's fucking go. By the way, Sal, thank you for the gifty boy. The Freudland, change it. I appreciate you, dude. Thank you, Sal. Even though your opinion on Warzone is dumb, I'll take the gifted sub. Much love, brother. And for the sub yourself, by the way. I think I might have missed that. But thank you, dude. Honored, humbled, and privileged. And Nick Can, any men of God in the chat? Thank you for the Submarino yourself and for the 100 biddies. Honored, humbled, and of course, privileged. Appreciate you, dude. With that said, Tanner, are you live?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. Remember to follow me on Twitter at Razinon, on Twitch at twitch.tv/Razinon. The podcast is in fact best consumed live. And on Instagram at RazanonTTV. Tanner, where can we find you?
You can find me on Twitch, twitch.tv/Tanner Dropshot, and Twitter, Tanner Dropshot.
You have Amazon Prime, link it to your Twitch account. And then you are going to want to go to twitch.tv/Razinon and subscribe with Twitch Prime because he's getting more offline subs than me. It is free once a month, and it is included with the cost of your Amazon Prime subscription that you already pay for, because I think over 40% of households in the United States have Amazon Prime. By the way, give it to Tanner. His pockets are still hurting. Not really, but he has fewer subs than I do. Spread the love. Rate the pod 5 stars on iTunes. Tell your dumb fuck friends about us. If you write a review, once again, I'll read it, as long as it's 5 stars, of course. Sub to me on YouTube, fairly close to monetizing. Then I can quit my shit job and make more content for you dumb idiot kids. There are full episodes of the pod with video there for you quarantine frogs. You can watch my beautiful face in stunning high definition clarity if you're into that sort of things. Any freckles in the chat. And we also have clips there too. So like if you're trying to convince your dumb friends to listen to the podcast, you're not going to want to send them a full podcast episode because they won't listen to it. Because if someone says, hey, this podcast is great, you should listen to it, and then they send me a link to a 3-hour and 30-minute episode, guess what I'm not fucking doing? Watching it or listening to it. But if they send me a clip that's maybe 5 minutes long, I'll watch it. So subscribe to the fucking YouTube, find a clip you like, share it on your Facebook page, because I know there's a lot of boomers listening who use Facebook, or on your Twitter if you're a Zoomer, and I'll buy you coffee, and tell your dumb fuck friends to listen to the pod. And of course, smash the like button. Also, consider joining the Patreon, patreon.com/thedropshot. 2 bonus episodes a month for now. We're going to up that to 4 next month. So a lot of bonus content, only $5 a month. There's additionally extra tiers. See all the details, patreon.com/thedropshot, one word. We have 2 merch stores that are in the description, or you can type shop in Twitch chat, and you can find both of those links. Official Dropshot merch. You can rep your favorite podcast on a t-shirt, a phone case, a mouse pad, a bandana, a onesie for your infant. Doesn't matter. We have it. So peep those links. Join the fucking Discord, of course. That's where you can submit Q&A questions, find a squad, appreciate fire memes, and much more. See that in the show notes. And last, but certainly, of course not least, an extra special thank you to our Damascus patrons, Mr. Salmonella, Jay Pritch, Slivovitz, Jake Dub, Zerosio, Rainman, Sandstoner, Tequila Rocking Bird, Face Esquire, Gift Curse, Adam H., Mr. Matt Dad, Sniff Sniff Hambone, change it, Jimmy M., Von Trapp, Aussie Menace, Vesterg, change it, Goatidote, Josh V., Yep Buddy, absolutely change it, Civ, Young Douglas at Modern Warzone, a new Damascus patron, and of course, extra double special thank you with cherries on top to our one and only Obsidian patron, the Vaping Viking, the Dropshot Patriarch. We're going to go do a gameplay breakdown and then fucking bang it out in Warzone right after these messages. So have an excellent evening. Thank you all for watching. Thank you for listening. And as always, of course, please remember, stay humble.
Stay humble.